Swadika, we're gonna make sourdough brioche. What we have here is 1000 gram of bread flour. We have 200 gram of sourdough starter, 3 eggs, 30 gram of sugar or honey. I have 100 gram of butter, 300 gram of milk. I use cold milk because I'm gonna use stand mixer. And this is 20 gram of salt. Let's get started. In stand mixer, I add 300 gram of cold milk. I use cold milk because this gonna make it heat. And then I put 3 eggs in. I put sugar and sourdough starter. I'm gonna gently put the flour in half first, and then without pulling one back yet, I just gonna making very slow speed first. Oops, slow, I said slow. And then you gently pull this one up. This way they're gonna, start mixing. Let me show you here. And then they start mixing nicely. So this way the flour not spread it all over your machine. This is my another tip for whoever use stand mixer. The machine. And then I'm gonna add a little bit by this everywhere. Go all around. So this way the machine will not working hard. Gently put it up a little bit. My machine broken halfway through. No problem. I put everything on the counter and I wet my hand and I go kneading. So when you knead, you need to knead like that. This is very stiff dough. So if you not squeeze from the beginning, your dough will be okay. But if you been squeezing your dough, disaster. You need to work the dough a little bit. So the dough is come together nicely. Whoever complain this is a stiff dough, see how it's worked. If you have problem, don't get panic. Any problem can be solved. You don't have to be trust all your equipment, but you always trust yourself. So they come together nicely. Then put in the bucket. And We wait for 30 minutes and we're gonna add the butter and salt. This is the dough after resting for 30 minutes. So we're gonna incorporate this and this into the dough. See what I'm doing? So sorry, I'm taking out from the counter. And what I'm doing here, I take the dough apart, tear it apart into small pieces. So after you break the dough into small pieces like that, let's see here, I am gonna use the magic of my hand doing the work. This is the butter. And no problem. When you have crisis in life, you always have an opportunity. This is opportunity to learn something new for me. I should create the name. Or people already do it. I don't know. This is after kneading the dough until everything incorporates and smooth. I rest the dough for 30 minutes and then I take it out and knead it again until it's become nice and smooth. Rest the dough another 30 minutes and knead it again. This dough is very stiff. You can't stretch and fold. So what you can do to develop the gluten is to knead it like that. So this is a technique we use for the stiff dough. So I knead until I get smooth surface and then I rest the dough again for 30 minutes. This is after 30 minutes. You can see the dough is kind of relaxed a little bit and I can now stretch and fold. So this stretch and fold also around the stiff part to stretch out a little bit, and then again after you stretch and fold for a few times it kind of stiff again, so you need to be kneading by hand like that. Each time I knead until I feel that the dough becomes smooth and kind of stiff. So this time I'm gonna round the ball up and trying to get to see whether the dough is ready to long proofing for 2 hours yet. So if it's ready, I just put into the container and rest for 30 minutes. This is after 30 minutes. So I try the window pane test. Let's see I pass it or not. Nope, still not pass it. I need to work the dough, continue working. The brioche dough or enriched dough is very, very hard work. So it's quite difficult to develop the gluten. So this time after I rest a little bit, I can see that is the some gluten development there. So I keep kneading again, knead it for a long time. This dough I work like hour on kneading in different stage. I telling you, without machine, this is hard job. Now after I feel that the dough is nice, smooth, I then round them into the tight bowl, and this gonna be put into the container and go for proofing for at least 2 hours. So this is after 2 hours. You're gonna see that the dough is rise up nicely. So I'm gonna cover with plastic wrap and put into the fridge for cold retard.